Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris -a-bit-weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, January the 29th, 2014, and this is episode 74. Wow. That's a lot. We'd like to say a big hello. Welcome back to all of our returning viewers. Thanks for coming back. And a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. We have quite a bit to talk about. Yep. We have a lot of new members who've introduced themselves this week in the Ravelry group. So, do you want to say who they are?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
I can't read that word.
Pam on Mars.
Pam on Mars, who is Pam from DFW, Texas. Belladonna 37, who is Donna from Puerto Rico. Fergus, who is Shelly from Canada. Knitwench Pug 2, who is Krista from California. Mommy Knits, who is,
I think it's Yuli.
Sorry.
U-L-I. I think that's how you say it.
From British Columbia, Canada. And Maria Wilhelmina, who is Marriott from the Netherlands.
But she lives in Houston, where we used to live, Texas, and also in Maine. So, welcome. Thanks for introducing yourself. We're glad to have you. If you have not joined our Ravelry group, go do it right now. Hurry up. We're waiting. You can pause. We'll wait for you. And introduce yourself in the introductions thread, and we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. We need to say some very big thank yous.
Yes.
Like this a big. You can't even see how far I'm reaching. To Angie Ann, who is Angie, and Meiji, who is Gloria, because they donated some of their hard-earned money to help us ship out prizes for the upcoming Ravelinics. So thank you so much. We love you. You're awesome. If you'd like to donate to help with prizes, shipping of prizes, etc., for our KLs, you can go to our website, which is
geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com.
And there is a button, a donate button on the right-hand side of the page. So thank you so much, Angie and Gloria. Love. All right. We probably should get started with the knitting. All right, so here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
And spindles.
Yes.
We probably should change. We should change the intro card for this segment. But yeah, I keep forgetting to do it. So, what's on your needles?
Socks.
Ooh. What kind of socks?
Hermione's everyday socks.
But you
Did them toe up.
And then you're doing a different heel than normal.
Yes. The OMG heel by Megan Williams.
From Stuck in It Zombies. I wore my socks that I did the OMG heel on, and it's very comfy. So I recommend it. You've almost got that one done.
Yeah.
How tall are you going to make your socks?
I don't know. I need to finish them before the Ravelinics.
Which is in just a little over a week. Oh, why don't you tell them about the yarn and the needles?
The yarn is all tangled up. Is
much brighter than that.
Yes. It's spunky, cut, tape, superwash wool, nylon, fingering weight sock in the poison colorway. Yes, and the needles are US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters.
Yes. So you have like about 9 days, a little less than 9 days to finish them. If you're going to finish them before the Ravelinics. Well, they're looking good. I like how it's striping on the heel. That's pretty cool. Okay. Anything else about your socks?
No.
Okay, what about spinning?
I wound off another ball.
That one's lots of white.
Yes. And then did some more.
So how many more of the doobobbers that do you have left?
Just one, I think.
Oh.
Or maybe none at all, I don't remember.
So you might be able to get that all done and ply it before the Ravelinics too?
Yeah.
Are you going to two-ply it?
I don't know.
What kind of fiber are you spinning?
50 grams of hand-blended British BFL merino roving.
It's very pretty.
Yes.
I think a two-ply would be good. Very pretty. Are you enjoying spinning?
Yes.
You're getting better at it every day. Fun, fun? All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Well, then let me show you what's on my needles. So I started a new project this week. This is the Casu cowl. So on the edge here it has an open panel, and then it's hard to tell, but it's moss stitch, well, a modified moss stitch on the outer, on this part of it here. This is a pattern by Galileo, and I'm knitting this on US 7 4.5 mil, and I'm using my leftover New Lanark Donegal Silk Tweed DK in the dark graphite colorway. So this skein that I'm using, I'm almost to the end of it actually. There we go. I've only got just a little smidgen. So this is not quite one skein, and I have two more full skeins. So it is going to make a huge cowl, which is what I wanted. I wanted to knit an infinity cowl. And you do it, you do a provisional cast on, and then at the end you put the stitches on waste yarn, and you block it before you graft it together. So, making good progress on that, and it's a pretty easy pattern repeat. It's just 4 rows, so it's going pretty fast, so I'm enjoying that. I also started another new project, but I can't tell you about it. It is so super, super secret. It's in this little box right here.
It's not a box, it's a cylinder.
Well, it's made out of cardboard, though. It's a box.
It's a container.
A container? I can't even show you the yarn. It's that super secret. So, I don't know how much of the details I'm allowed to talk about even.
None.
I am working with an indie dyer, designing a pattern for her. Actually designing 3 patterns, but I've only started on one of them. Okay, Demir said I can't say that. So I can't show you anything because the yarn's even secret. But it's awesome! I spent like 6 hours yesterday working on it because it's so awesome. I can't wait till I can show you. So, super, super, super secret in this. Okay, I'm trying to set it down and not drop it. And then my spinning. I am almost done with this. I've got just a smidgen left, and I need to get it finished before the Ravelinics. This is all I have left of it. So, this is Merino, a British Shetland bat from Hilltop Cloud, kind of in a burgundy colorway. It smells so good, and it's so soft. And so I am spinning it on my drop spindle. And I probably will just 2-ply this, and then probably do it. Are we having dueling spindles? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Probably stripe it with some other spinning I did and make a hat, hopefully. So, we're both spinning. Because I want to spin during the Revelinics, so I need to get that done. And that's it. That's all that's on our needles and spindles. So I guess we probably should move to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about finished projects.
Yes, I finished one project this week. These are my Urban Necessity gloves. It's a pattern by Colleen Michelle Meager. I did these on US 4 3.5 mil in the new Lanark Donegal Silk Tweed DK in the dark graphite color way. And they are convertible gloves so that my little fingers can stay warm. And I've actually worn these out in the cold a few times already, and they are amazing. Love, 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 love them. The pattern was great. It worked out really well. There was just an incorrect estimate of how much yardage you would need. They said you would need a whole lot more than you actually need. So that's why I have so much left over, and I'm doing the cowl with it because I have so much left over. So this was a great pattern, and I loved it, and I'm so glad to have warm gloves. That's all I finished this week. So we probably should move on to the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies! What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yes. So, was that last week that I talked about this, or the week before?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, so I showed y'all that I got a t-shirt from Cordy, a Firefly one, Malcolm and the Fireflies, and it had gotten lost. And so they sent me a new one, and then both of them came, and they told me just to keep it. So if anyone is interested in a Firefly t-shirt, it's in a men's 2X. Send me a PM on Ravelry, and we'll work out shipping and such, because I don't need two t-shirts that are the same. So if you're interested in a Firefly t-shirt from QWERTY, send me a PM. Okay, so we got some stuff this week. I finally found a crochet hook. Yes, it's that tiny. 0.6 millimeters for beading. And it was crazy. I actually found it at John Lewis. So it was very affordable. So, and I tested it on my beads. And so at some point this year, I'll be knitting the jeweled cowl and beading it with this. It's so tiny.
It's very tiny.
Very, very tiny.
It's like a toothpick.
It really is. I can't imagine actually like knitting with it. Crocheting with it. And not, I'm going to use it for beading, but it is tiny, tiny, tiny. You can see it compared to my ring even. So tiny. You got some stuff too for the Ravelinics. Oh yeah, you got yarn. It looks like Christmas.
It's yarn.
So what kind of yarn is this?
King,
there you go.
King Cole Merino Blend.
4-ply.
4-ply.
So what are you going to do with this yarn?
Thing.
For the Ravelinics,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to knit?
It's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret. You got some other stuff to use with it though, right?
Yes. Trying to hide.
Jewelry making pieces. So you'll be using that with the yarn?
Yes.
Okay, to do something amazing for the Ravelinics.
Something amazing.
And then you're going to have a lot of the yarn left over, and I think you should do like a stripy hat or something. Since it doesn't have nylon in it, you couldn't do some cool stripy socks, but you could do a cool hat. Don't move. I got a new toy this week. Actually, today it finally came. A ball winder. Ow. Careful. Gentle. So this finally came. I've been waiting for it. It got delivered to the wrong flat, and our neighbor brought it to us. So after we finish recording and while the episode's uploading, I think we're going to have a ball winding party because I need to wind yarn for the Revelinix. So I'm very excited that my ball winder came in. I got it from Amazon, so I'm excited to see how it works and see what I think of it. I guess we're ready for GGK Crafty Pad? Yeah. So what are we going to show them?
One photo each of ours that we liked, and 3 photos from other people that we liked.
Yes. Plus the February list.
Yeah.
Because we released that this week. And we're playing Alphabet Soup. Since...
we made up 2 letters.
No. I used... what did I use? Love and 2. But since February is the closest to the number of days for the number of letters in the alphabet, we're playing Alphabet Soup in February. So we hope you'll join in on the fun. But we'll pause right here and show you our favorite pictures. And those were our favorite pictures. So thanks to everyone who's participating. We love seeing your pictures day after day. It's never too late to join in. Just take a picture and post it and tag it with hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. We pick our favorites from Instagram, but you can post them anywhere you'd like. Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, your blog, wherever. Just join in on the fun. If you have any questions about the prompts, you can post on the blog post on our website, or there's a thread already in Ravelry where you can ask questions if you're not sure about one of the days. All right, Scotland. We had knitting club on Monday. That was fun. Guild for spinning is not until mid-February. The Hubs is presenting a paper today at a conference at the university. I don't know what time it is. I think he starts in about half an hour. So we're very proud of him and excited for him to be presenting a paper. Yeah. And yesterday, I finally got my appointment to see a specialist for my fibromyalgia. I've been on the waiting list since September to see a specialist, and the waiting list is just so long that they are actually going to send me to a private clinic, and the NHS will still cover it. So I will be finally able to see a specialist at the end of February. So I'm very excited about that, and hopeful that we can get a plan of action made. Yeah. Anything else? We want snow. Quit hoarding it across the pond and send it to us. We want snow. It's just been raining, and cold. We want snow. Quit stealing our snow.
I listened to the Sherlock Series 3 soundtrack.
You did?
Yes.
And what do you think?
His Last Vow music in 2 of the tracks. John and Mary's wedding waltz was playing.
Oh. Now, the U.S. has not seen His Last Vow yet. It's not until this Sunday. Yeah. All right, anything else, Yummy?
Food.
That it is. All right, well then I think we'll move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching.
We're reading.
Um,
A lot.
Yes.
What are you reading?
I'm almost done with Grounded by Heather Ordover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Are you to the part to make you cry yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, I cried.
I'm going to try to read it this afternoon.
I cried a lot towards the end. Both times I read it. And then we're about to start reading.
Emma by Jane Austen.
Yes, because you have to read it for school.
Yes.
So it's been a long time since I've read it, so I'm going to read it to you. I'm also reading. I'm still reading In Praise of Slowness, Challenging the Cult of Speed by Carl Honoré. It's really good. You're probably seeing a theme in my nonfiction books about slowing down and more simple life. Yeah. I finished reading the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. I had already read the full first book, and I finished the second book, Insurgent, and read all of the third book, Allegiant. And then, you know those Knitmore girls?
Yeah.
Jasmine and Gigi? It's all their fault. Because they told me to read a book.
That's terrible.
And so I did. And they even sent a thing, and it was on sale on the Kindle for 99 cents. It's not anymore. I checked. And so I bought it and read Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Gabaldon? I don't know if that's how you say it. Gabaldon? Something. Apparently, it was really good. It's not a Damaris book, though. It is an adult book. And apparently there's more. And so I applied for a library card, and hopefully they'll have it, because you can check out digital books with the library here in Ibra. So hopefully they'll have digital copies, and I can check out the next one and read it. Because it was really good. It was about Scotland. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Shall we talk about telly? So, what have we watched this week?
Watching season 4 of Criminal Minds.
Yeah, we watched quite a bit yesterday. We kind of had a marathon while I was spending 6 hours working on the super secret project. We watched quite a bit of Criminal Minds during that. The Hubs and I finished season 2 of Leverage and started season 3 last night. Yeah. Pretty good. What else are we watching?
The West Wing.
Yeah.
We finished season 5. And we started season 6.
Yeah, we're to the part where Leo had his heart attack in the woods, and then they found him, and then he had to have the surgery, and but yeah, there was like very little telly on at the end of last week, and so we had like a major West Wing marathon over the weekend. Because last week when we did the podcast, I was looking a minute ago when I was working on show notes. Last week we posted that we had finished season 4, so we watched almost all of season 5 and part of season 6 in a week. When there's no commercials, it makes it so fast. Okay. We're still watching the new television show Intelligence. We watched episode 1.3, Mi-Chen Returns. And there was a new episode on this week, episode 1.4, Secrets of the Secret Service, that we have not watched yet. We're going to watch that tonight. So, it's a pretty good show. I think I said before, it reminds me of a cross of, like, Alias or Covert Affairs mixed with, like, Chuck or Jake 2.0. It's a pretty good show. Yeah. And it's got Josh, what's his name?
Holloway.
Yeah, from Lost in it. Love Lost. I kind of want to watch it again, except for the last season. I didn't like how it ended. Okay. Revolution. We watched episode 2.12, Captain Trips. And the nanotechnology told Aaron and Priscilla they have to go to Lubbock. Lubbock, Texas, that is. And we laughed so hard because the Hubs and I met and got married in Plainview, Texas. And Damaris, most of her first few years, we lived in Plainview, Texas, which is only about 40 minutes north of Lubbock. And my sister lived in Lubbock, and so we know Lubbock very well. So it cracked us up when the nanotechnology told them they had to go to Lubbock. The rest of the episode, other than that, was pretty meh. So hopefully the next episode, which is actually tonight, episode 2.13, Happy Endings, will be better. Okay, you want to talk about this one?
Sure. Psych 8.3 remake, aka Cloudy with a Chance of Improvement. And it was a remake of 1.12, Cloudy with a Chance of Murder.
But with different actors and actresses.
Yes. Famous people.
All of them had been in Psych before, I think. Because, like, when I was looking them up, because we kept going, oh, who's that? And we'd look them up, and most of them had been in Psych before in other episodes. It was crazy, though, to jump back to 06.
Yes, it said about 5 times. Present day, 2006. This episode takes place in 2006. Yes, that 2006.
I don't think that there has been any other television show that has done a complete remake of an episode, though. So that was pretty cool. It would have been fun to rewatch the other episode before we watched this one. But we didn't. Do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No.
Okay, so the next episode is actually tonight, 8.4, Someone's Got a Woody. I bet it's about the medical examiner guy.
Yeah.
They do really corny play on words in their titles sometimes. Okay, we also watched, well, you didn't, the Hubs and I watched Arrow, episode 2.11, Blind Spot. So Laurel did tell Arrow about Blood, the bad guy. She found out he was bad. And then everything gets all convoluted, and Laurel ends up getting fired from her job. And Roy, who is, gotten really strong in that fast healing because he got injected, that's
No,
Thea's boyfriend.
I don't watch.
But I'm telling you, that's Thea's boyfriend. So Arrow's going to train him now.
Okay.
I guess maybe he's going to become a superhero too. I don't know. Next episode is actually tonight, 2.12, Tremors. Then we watched Call the Midwife. It was a really good episode. Episode 3.2. Jenny got promoted. And Cynthia was like teaching them. It was like Lamaze, but they didn't call it that. The breathing to help them have the babies. It made me cry. The episode. I always cry every time we watch. There's another episode, new one on episode 3.3, coming up on Sunday on the 2nd of February. And then we watched
The Musketeers. 1.2 Sleight of Hand.
So what'd you think?
I like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. Peter Capaldi is so bad. Speaking of Peter Capaldi, we didn't talk about it in Yummies. What did we find out this week?
The Doctor's costume.
Oh, gee.
Official costume.
You know what? I should see if I can bring it up on my phone so we could show them.
It's got Doc Martens.
Yes, black Doc Martens. I'm looking for it. I know it's in my not Google Reader. What is this called? Feedly.
Yeah. Highlight. No.
It won't let me let me go to the actual website. And then I can make it big. clean off the screen because it's pretty dirty. So he has no like tie or scarf or anything. It's very like utilitarian, like streamlined. She's still eyeing. So, trying to get our timer back. Yeah. But it's got red lining on the inside of the jacket. I'm ready to see it already. What I have is, it's too long to wait. Yeah.
Give us Doctor Who, or give us Sherlock, or give us both at the same time.
Yes, that would make us happy.
You know, Christmas, we're good with that. Or sooner.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, film all 4.5 hours of Sherlock in one night.
That would be amazing. They should do it live.
Live!
That would be awesome.
No, but Amanda cut her hair and she's not blonde right now.
Uh-oh.
No, she's a brunette. She dyed her hair blonde, but she cut her hair.
I haven't seen pictures of this.
It's short.
I guess I need to Google.
Yeah.
We'll do that in between segments.
I'll find a picture.
Okay, so should we talk more about the Musketeers?
Sure.
What would you like to say about them?
I don't know.
It's a good show. I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Okay, when's the next new episode?
The 2nd of February.
And what is it?
Commodities.
Episode 1.3, Commodities. And then the Hubs and I are still watching How I Met Your Mother, and it was the 200th episode this week. And so it was, the title of the episode was How Your Mother Met Me, and it was precious, and I cried. Because, wow. It was so good. It was probably one of the best episodes of the entire series. So good. So now I want them to, like, get together so that we can see them together. Because they keep, like a 3-day weekend has been this entire season. So we keep seeing, like, 1-hour segments. And I'm like, I just want to know what happens. I mean, we know what happens because we know they get together and have kids and all this, but, yeah. So, and that's about it. I think that's all we've watched. Some stuff comes back next week. So, that will be good. Alright, I guess we should move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about our December-January Winter Wonderland Cal.
That's about to end. So you need to have your stuff posted by Friday because Saturday morning when we get up, we will be closing the thread. So this was for anything you knit, crochet, weave, or spin between December and January that you can convince us is winter related. And we have 2 prizes, a Ravelry giftable pattern up to $7 from Linda M. Noble. Linda. So thank you to Linda for donating that. And a knitting project bag, which is actually wrapped up right back there. See the purple over my shoulder? We'll show it to you again next week. From the Etsy shop of Luli. So thank you to her for donating that. So we are now up to 163 entries. Y'all are awesome. That's a lot. In 2 months, 163 projects have been done. And that doesn't include ours. That's a lot. Y'all are awesome. And a lot of people have done more than one. I know. Why don't you tell them who finished projects this week?
Jen Loves Callie, who is Jenny. MLA Loves 1718, who is Amy. Freydell, who is Kim. L. McCall, who is Linda. Andy, who is Andrea.
I think it's a whole lot of knitting.
Ahola Knitting, who is Cheryl. Mrs. Boomer, who is Kirsten. Phoenix Fire, who is Tracy. KSH1, who is Karen. Angie's Hip, who is Andrea. Kelly Cron, who is Kelly. And Evil Twin 2, who is Rebecca.
Way to go. And we will draw for prizes next week.
Yes.
All right, on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about the 2014 Winter Ravelinics.
Yes, Team Geeky Girls Knit. We are up to 36 team members, including you and I. That's a lot. We expected like maybe a dozen, and that's up to 3 dozen. So there's still time to join. If you want to join in, go to the thread on our Ravelry group. So casting on time, you can cast on Friday, February the 7th, but you cannot cast on before 2000 Moscow time. You don't have to cast on exactly at that time, but you cannot cast on before then, okay? So nobody cheat. So 2000 Moscow time, I just pulled I converted a few of them so that we would kind of know. So for Damaris and I, that means 1600. So we can cast on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If you are on the east coast of the U.S., that's 11 o'clock in the morning. Central U.S., 10 o'clock. Mountain U.S., 9 o'clock. Pacific, 8 o'clock. And if you need help converting time, if you're not in one of those and need help, let us know if you can't figure it out. So you cannot cast on before then, okay? But you can get ready. Like, I'm going to wind yarn. And get ready. We have tons of prizes. A lot of them are not there. I moved them. Oh, I think they're down below. Sorry.
They're hidden.
They used to be right there, but now Sarah Jane is there. Hey, Sarah Jane. She's my stuffy with all my buttons. So we're going to have a lot of prizes. And so if you want to participate, come join in. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the Ravelry thread. And we look forward to getting started next week. So we will talk again about details next week, just before the games start, because we will record like normal next week. All right, on to the next segment. And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls. So we have a question this week from KnitGal2, who is Pam from Illinois. And Pam's question is this. When you knit stripy socks, do they need to match for you? If yes, how do you make sure they match?
It's very dramatic.
It is dramatic. Damaris, do your stripy socks have to match?
No.
Ask me.
Do your stripy socks have to match?
No. It honestly does not bother me at all if they don't match.
You can make sure they match by when you separate. If you have one skein of yarn and you're separating it into 2 balls, you cut it where it's the same color pattern.
Yes. But honestly, to me, it's not that big a deal. I think that's the fun of hand knit socks, is that they can be mix and match. I don't tend to knit with a lot of self-striping either. When I knit with sock yarn, I tend to knit more that's like variegated or pooling or whatever kind of color. I do have a few that are self-striping, but no, they don't have to match. What about you? Do yours have to match? If they have to match, what's your trick to make sure that they match exactly? So thanks for the question, Pam. If you have a question you would like us to answer about anything, knitting, homeschooling, health, Scotland,
The end of the world.
the end of the world, whatever. I don't think there's been one asked yet that we have said, no, we won't answer that. So if you have one you would like us to answer, go post it in our Ravelry group in the Ask the Geeky Girls question thread, and we will get to yours eventually. We're just going in order as they were posted and answering the questions. All right, on to the next segment. It's the end of the show as we know it.
It's the end of the show as we know it.
And we feel fine. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Why don't you tell them where they can find us on the worldwide interwebs?
On the online.
On the online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Blip, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yes. We're still working on the Blip issue. We do have a contingency plan in place if Podfiber is not up and running before the end of February. But we're crossing our fingers and our toes and lots of other things that it'll be ready, and because we're going to be part of the beta testing. So we will keep you updated. For now, you can continue watching as normal. All right. I think that's it. Why are we scowling?
I don't know, you were doing it. You're like...
Okay. So we should tell them goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We'll see you next week. Happy knitting.